Live from beautiful Ohio, it's the OK Boomer podcast, featuring siblings, the real Jean and Laura.
Hello, I'm Jean.
And I am Laura, and we are here to encourage all you boomers, millennials, and everyone to be happily okay.
And here we are once again, happily
Okay.
We are okay. In fact, I feel like things are getting back to normal for me.
Agree. For the first time, the OH and I had like a normal weekend. However you want to describe that.
What'd you do? Like you just could go where you wanted to go?
Yeah,
like whatever you thought of, you could just...
Exactly, we just did. We actually revisited, and then I'll get into your week. We used to take this 5-mile hike, and after 2.5 miles, we would stop into this little restaurant bar and eat tons of popcorn and have a stout or a beer. Yes, we do that. But we hadn't done it since right before the pandemic. Literally right before the last time.
You could still hike, but like the restaurant wouldn't have been open.
Yes, and we were just like, we were actually eating popcorn again that we got out of a main popcorn popper that I could put my little scoop in and get it myself.
I remember you talking about that they had to close the popcorn machine because they didn't want everybody breathing on the bags. Yeah, so now you can get your own.
So I feel like life is truly back to normal now that I can get my own popcorn.
It is. And I have a little thing to report on my back to normal, which is I've lost my COVID weight.
Woo!
It was too bad I gained the COVID weight, but...
Clapping, applause.
I lost it.
Nice. Yeah. Well done.
Closing those rings, walking 10,000 steps a day, switching from chips to apples, that helps.
Funny how that works.
Yeah, too. Yeah. So I'm feeling good. I'm ready. So what I was thankful for is we had a normal Easter.
Do tell.
And I know Easter's over, but I do want to talk about it even though it's past, just because, yes, it was so beautiful to be back to regular Easter.
Having people over.
Right, you had your family over. We got together with my older son's, his partner's family, and we all brought covered dishes. We all
shared. I mean, you didn't have to have little packaged food sitting out.
Right, we put that was really fun. I got to see your one daughter and her family came from out of town, and I got to come over while you were cooking. That was fun, and play with a little baby girl.
She has a cutie pie.
Right, she had trouble bonding with me until I understood her sign language for more and kept giving her snacks.
Yes,
and
that worked.
That broke the ice with her. And then she was signing more and laughing, and I was laughing and giving snacks.
It was great.
So I'm thankful for all that, and I hope all our friends have had lovely Easters and are enjoying spring.
Because spring has sprung.
It's trying to spring. Yeah, it's trying to spring and sprung. It snowed, as I recall, on Easter Monday.
It snowed quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like we had to shovel to get to...
Right. Oh, we did.
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah, sadly.
And I have this one big cuddly... kind of like warm-up suit, lounge suit that I got. It's a Kardashian brand.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Aren't you bougie?
Yeah, it's something like that. And the material is, I think they would call it boucle, but to me it seems like a golden doodle. Like those doodly kind of doodly.
Like we could all just...
Dogs. So every time I wear it now, April, end of April, I say to myself, well... I bet I won't be wearing this again until next fall.
But surprise!
It snows again. Oh, now I'm done with it. I'll just put... No.
You would think. We had such a warm weekend, but now it's, I think, chance of snow tomorrow. That'll be fun.
Yeah, so I can't put it away
Don't
yet.
put it away yet.
Just wondering, Laura, are you thinking of going back to work?
Well, now that's always a fun question. Something I always ponder. As we all know, I did... teaching for a while, substitute teaching. I let my license lapse, shame on me, but I could get it back. And I still have my realtor license. I do that here and there. So, I mean, that's sort of work, but I'm always on the lookout for another job in a way. I don't know why, but yes, I keep pondering, should I be doing more? Is there another job out there calling my
That's
name?
what I've been thinking. And why I mentioned it is I realize now, maybe you do too, when you're out shopping, say the grocery store, or a big box store, so many of the workers are
Our age.
or older.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Big.
yes.
I know. So
Checking you out, stocking.
Do we want to do that?
I don't know. I suppose some of them just thought, why not?
Why not? You might
So I
get
said-
discounts.
Yeah, why sit at home and get out and make a few extra bucks? My hair place that I go to, just one of those quick cut little places, they've had to cut back their hours because they can't get staff. So 2 days a week now they're closed. 2 regular days a week.
Wow.
They had to
know.
close.
Well, like all the restaurants, they're not full, but they can only take so many people because they only have so many servers. Now,
Or cooks.
You
Yeah.
know this, but I was a waitress in the day.
There were you.
I was, and I met my children's father. He was the busboy. I was a waitress.
Yeah.
So a part of me thought, do I want to pull out the old waitress pad and apron and get back out there?
Maybe, except you'd have to do it. Now it's all electronic, isn't it? You'd have to click away on your little. Some of the places, right?
Yeah, they're probably not writing it down on a pad anymore, are they?
And eating out is so much fun. That is the thing we've gotten more back to normal too. We've been trying lots of fun places together with the OHs.
I've gotten pretty good with open table.
Yes,
Very proud of myself.
And you email me the reservation.
Yes,
and
I
we
share it. Oh,
And we show up. But what happens when we show up? We get taken to our table.
yeah.
And we sit and we do the opening chat.
Yes,
Then we chat some more.
and we chat and chat because sadly,
No one is.
there's very few cooks, servers. I mean, it's interesting. So maybe I should look into becoming a waitress again or a cook.
So I feel nice and normal. I'm thankful for that. How about you? How about your week?
Well, I never know if I feel normal, but doing pretty well. Easter, like you said, we're way past Easter, but we haven't talked about it on the podcast. Had a wonderful Easter. Had family in. Now, let me tell you, there's nothing like Easter to bring about a few conversations. I love chatting with all the millennials. And one of the...
Now, how many did you have around you? You had a lot.
Yeah, we'll just go with a lot. It was wonderful.
Most of the family came, so that was nice.
It was nice. So here we go.
You're chatting.
We're chatting, and this was a major conversation that I remember having with my precious millennials. And it was about candy, of course, because we had Easter baskets and candy, which brought about the discussion of divisive candy.
Divisive?
Yes. And I didn't think about this before. There are certain candies that people either love or they hate. Hate's a strong word.
Yes.
But really don't like. Number one on the list, perhaps because it was Easter, Peeps.
Is there a lot of...
Apparently, it was about half the group love Peeps, including my little 2-year-old grandson.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's on that train.
Team Peeps.
Team Peeps. But I didn't realize that a lot of people do not like Peeps. They just won't eat them. They're just so that was a divisive candy.
That's what my older son told me. He has never liked Peeps. That's just
shocking, isn't it? You know what? In this discussion, here's your little boomer bite, as we're going to call them, little food hacks.
Yes.
Somebody said that they made hors d'oeuvres. They wrapped a Peep with bacon and broiled it for a minute.
Oh, maybe he'd like that.
I know.
What about the naysayers? Do they think...
No, they were just like, no, we wouldn't eat it.
Which reminds me, I did have a cooking hack. I
Yes?
have to tell you. Yes.
Do tell.
So as part of the Easter weekend, one of my dishes I brought to pass at the lunch was I made fruit skewers.
Oh, those are always
little
fun.
sticks, put the fruit on.
Yeah, fun.
But at the end of the skewer, I put a Peep.
Oh, how cute.
It looked really cute.
Oh, how cute.
And now, see, what's different, when we were young, they were just yellow Peeps.
Yeah.
But now,
There's all kinds of Peeps.
all kinds of
Blue,
colors.
pink, purple,
Birthday cake.
all flavors.
Yes.
Oh, how fun.
Yes.
I'd
was
have to put a
my-
picture of that on the Insta.
Oh, the old.
The old Insta.
All
Call it the
Anyhow,
Insta.
back to you.
All right, so
Lee.
back to a few more.
So what else? Is there another divisive
There
candy?
is this one I feel strongly about not liking, and it would be candy corn. I don't like candy corn.
I like it.
You don't like it or you don't?
I like it. How about jelly beans? Are they divisive?
Oh, we should have put that on the list. I do not like jelly beans.
Oh, I like jelly
You
beans
do
too.
like jelly beans?
Yeah, not black ones. No one likes
Nobody
black
likes the
ones.
black ones. Why do they even make them? I don't know. Nobody eats them. Interesting. Licorice. Don't like. No.
Oh,
like.
only Twizzlers, like cherry Twizzlers.
Yeah, no.
Oh boy, you're picky about your candy.
I am very picky. I'm divulging all this now. Yeah, my grandson always says no like to things. So no like licorice. No like. Circus peanuts.
I paid my OH adores circus peanuts, not me. I mean, they're okay. They're just a neutral. To
I
me.
don't. It wouldn't be a
They're
divisive
neutral.
thing for me. So
No. How about your gang?
Circus peanuts. I think almost everybody said no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that
My
is-
OH could just go through a bag. I wonder if he likes Peeps though.
Well, discussion for tonight's dinner. Yeah, is your romantic.
Boy, I just don't think there's many candies I wouldn't like. But I am not primarily attracted to candies. In the sense of, I would buy chips. Like chips, I would love. If I could, I would always have a bag of chips around. And there's so many different flavors of chips. I would have them all. But of course, you can't do that. Whereas candy,
You can pass it.
yeah, I can. But not to say I don't love all those. All right.
All right, so that was now one other thing. Well, I have a couple other things, not a whole lot. Oh, along with this discussion,
Yes.
the universal song everybody sings because we had baked beans is the old Beans, the musical fruit.
Yes.
And it's like everybody chimed in at once. And we all decided it universally. Everybody knows that song.
The beans.
Yes.
So that brought you together, didn't
That
it?
did. It was a very nice bonding family moment. All right. So I was cooking away, and I'm at this was my slight gaffe, as you might say. It caused my son-in-law to look at me. And I was cleaning away, and I said aloud, and it was only he on the other side of my stovetop and myself.
You're cleaning away.
Yes, and I said, "Oh, you're still just way too hot for me." And my son-in-law looked up at me, just kind of horrified, like embarrassed, awkward, didn't know what to say. And he looked at me quizzically and said, "I'm sorry, what? What? You're talking about me?" I said, "Oh, no, I was talking about my stovetop burners. They were just way too hot for me," but apparently I said it in kind of a, yeah. So you got to be careful what you say. Had that not been corrected, that could have been a whole horrible, awkward, my mother-in-law is so weird. So anyway, watch what you say, people. All right, now, completely switching topics.
Okay, I'm ready.
You know I've been into all my face creams and this and serums, and I still am, and I'm still researching, and I'm tempted to spend lots of money, but I won't.
I know. Very tempting.
So I guess it's not just me. There is now something on TikTok, and the whole phrase that they hashtag or something is, "I'm doing this until I look like a glazed donut."
Oh.
And it's all these
I'm
women.
doing this?
If you go on TikTok and hashtag the look like a glazed donut, you can see all these girls that are trying all these serums and creams and blah, blah, blah. It's young people. It's not old wrinkly ones like
that's
me.
interesting. So that's the goal is...
To look like, well, especially when they go to bed with all these creams, their faces are real shiny and they want to look like you haven't really done the creams correctly until you look like a glazed donut.
Just a glazed.
So there you go.
I like glazed donuts.
I always like to bring it around to donuts.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
That's
fascinating.
Isn't that, though? Isn't that? And then one other little tiny thing. When I was on the TikTok, I don't think they call it the TikTok, but You never know. I thought this was so fascinating. They had a gal, and she's very seriously speaking into TikTok, and she says, I can't believe now that I'm an adult, I am unsupervised all the time.
Well, we're going to kind of get into that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Hold that thought, Laura.
Yes.
Can you hold it a teeny bit? Because you're right on with that.
I
You're
will
right
hold
on
that.
All right, so make sure you have it handy.
I'm writing it down, yes.
Because we are now going to segue into Moms and Mother's Day.
Mother's Day!
Because this is going
Mother's
to be really a normal Mother's Day. I have reservations for the big, famous breakfast brunch.
Oh, yum, yum, yum.
Yes,
The
there I'll
best.
be lined up at the omelet station.
Oh.
And then I'll go line up at the waffle station.
Waffle station.
Yes.
And all the syrup you could ever want, and sometimes it's warm.
I'm so excited.
I know.
I got my reservations in right away. Sorry you won't be in town.
I won't. I'll be visiting the little gal, so that's all
Yeah,
good. But I will
but you're missing the...
I will miss the eat as much as you can buffet. We're back to buffets.
It's going to have, the carving station.
All the desserts you can just put on your plate.
Yes.
Oh.
And I will. So...
Yeah. Okay.
So I am excited about Mother's Day because it's going to be right back to normal.
Yes.
But I have to say I have always loved, and continue to love being a
mom.
Yes, I love being a mom.
I do too. I mean, when you said what kind of job, it truly, and it sounds corny, being a mom honestly is the best job. And now being a grandmother, I love it.
It's great. And I have to say, you went to college. I went to college and went to college and
yes, you
went to college.
You have many degrees.
Right. And still, if I had just known how much I love being a mom.
We could have saved all that money in college.
Right. So I want to talk about Mother's Day, of course.
Please do.
But first I have a question. I've had this in my mind. I have not understood this for the longest time.
A nagging question.
Yes. A nagging question. I do not understand it. In fact, I mentioned it at a recent dinner with my older son's side of the family. And I said, I never understood that phrase about put your air mask on first. So that's what I don't understand.
Oh, like on an airplane.
Put your air mask on first. You're directed to, you put your own mask on, and then you help people by you. And I said, and one other mother did shake her head in agreement with me. And maybe you will too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're moms. I said, I would never, ever not turn to my children first, especially if they were young children.
I agree, Jean.
I can't even comprehend that there'd be an emergency and you would take care of yourself first.
And I understand why. I understand that if you're incapacitated, then you're of no help to your kids. But I agree. I just feel like, gosh darn it, if we're losing air in that cabin, give it to my kids first.
What if there's only 10 seconds? At least your kid would be fine.
Right. I agree.
And they know more about stuff anyways. Even your 2-year-old probably knows how to
yes, that they can figure life out better than I'll ever be able to.
So I do not understand that. So I would never put my own mask first.
Would you like to write to the airline?
Yeah, I would always tell them no.
Yeah, moms would actually put it on their kids first.
Absolutely.
Agree.
Hopefully, I've actually sort of been practicing by myself. What I'm hoping would be is you could kind of do one hand for yourself and one hand for your kid. That's what I'm hoping.
Right, or you'd be so adept at it, you would just quickly have it on them.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It'd be right.
All right.
Of course, like I said, your child would be actually putting it on you and explaining to you how to do it.
But
so I've never understood that. And then I really don't understand. There's a further comment.
Oh, wow.
I really don't understand. This is now the air mask situation is now used as a sort of metaphor for lots of things. Like if you feel like you're not having enough me time, well, you should remember that you always put your own air mask on first.
Interesting. So you're right. You're carrying it into, it's very important for
you to remember yourself first.
Yeah. If you're not happy, then nobody's happy.
Right. If you're tired. But no.
Is that true? No. I like it when everyone else says, when my kids especially.
Yes.
But I suppose the OH too, but.
Yeah, they're just different. They're just totally different people, aren't they? What makes them happy?
They're their own thing. But you're right. I don't have that sense of, I've got to make myself happy first.
Right. I don't at all have that. And
you want your kids happy.
Yeah, and people around you, hopefully.
Yeah.
So I don't get that because, and also, in all honesty, what human being doesn't think of themselves first? I mean, we're all born in sin. We all think we're... I mean, who would say, like, I never think of myself? Yes, you do. You think of yourself.
Very well said, Jean. Very well said. You're right. Probably 99% of our thoughts all day long do make sure that we're taken care of. So, right.
Right. Are you going over things that people said to you, or you're going over...
So you don't really need to set aside time.
No. Use it for good. Okay.
I like that.
All righty. I'm off.
Nobody will agree with us on this.
No, I'm going to stop the sermonizing.
Yeah. All right.
And I'll ask you a question.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done going on and on.
You're fine.
Here we go. Parenting styles. And let's talk about what our parents were like with us, then maybe what we were like. Sorry, I hit my ring. And our children then.
Yes.
Would you like to tackle that whole topic? Would you like to write a dissertation on that? How have parenting styles, what changed? Have they changed?
I feel like they have changed.
Okay.
All right, quickly back to our history. This is for all the boomers we can remember. Mm-hmm. I mean, you obeyed. We had very little voice in our upbringing. I mean, we just did pretty much what parents just told us what to do.
Right. You were just thankful for any
little morsel you could get.
Yes, they were the boss. They were
clearly the boss. I mean, loving bosses, don't get me wrong, but I don't think there was a lot of discussion.
Right.
You pretty much knew the rules of the house.
For rules that you had not made.
Right. Rules were made for you, but we all just knew that.
Right.
All right. We had the little kids table, and that was just it. You're right.
I can remember one day saying to Mom, "Oh, I wish I could go a day without getting yelled at or into trouble." And she was like, "Well, that would be
up to you." Right. Figure it out.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah. So that's where we came in.
Yes.
And then I recently read the differences between boomer parents and our millennials, like how we raised our millennials and how they're raising their kids now.
Okay, so now we're up to us being moms. You're the mom.
Us being moms. So I'm going to go through a couple categories.
Ooh.
The first one is our overall parenting style. We were much more chill about where our kids were and what they were doing. In the summer, we would let them play in the neighborhood. You want to go over to the neighbors, go. Be back by this time. Now, we had that too, I think. As
we
kids.
really did. We
had it more. It was probably a little more supervised. I knew you were at so-and-so's house, but that was
you went for play dates. But once you were at the play date,
we pretty much let you play in the basement or whatever. Right. Today, I guess, all the moms go with. They are with their children the whole time. They don't just say, go visit the neighbor, or they would go with them. Like, they don't give them much independence.
Okay, so you're going to go outside and play kickball with the group. Yeah. So your mother would come with you?
Or if she's there watching, yes. Not a lot of independence given.
And this would be children up to age...
I don't know.
12, 10?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know how old. So, all right. Purchasing things for your children.
Okay.
All right. In our day, you needed shoes. You got a pair of shoes for the year.
And those were your school shoes.
Those were your school shoes. You might have had church shoes, and that was it. Now, maybe your child's foot grew, so you had to buy new shoes.
But hopefully not.
Right. It was pretty much these clothes or these shoes will get you through.
And you got presents at Christmas, which could have included pajamas and underwear.
Almost always. I mean, if they needed new book bag or if they needed an essential, that was always wrapped up and given as a gift.
Sure.
You betcha.
For sure with us. And even, we probably branched out into more presents than what we grew up with. Because I've looked back at like old Christmas trees and the amount of presents that has increased. But now...
Yeah. Now it's, well, you want the cutest thing. Or... The millennials, they pretty much get what they want. They want the latest style. They want the latest whatever. It has to be seasonal. I mean, they're very much into, is it cute versus is it practical?
All right. So they're concerned, so what their kids would
and they're buying
wear.
Right. But more concerned about what their kids wear. More concerned about, do they have enough toys? Do they have everything? Much more concerned about having things that are fun and cute over you need a pair of shoes for the year. Just a little bit looser in their buying.
Well, and that reminds me too of the whole social media. I mean, we only had photographs from us lined up in front of the Christmas tree, us lined up holding our Easter baskets, us blowing out the birthday candles.
That was about it.
Right. Maybe if you were on some kind of trip, in front of some kind of icon, there was a...
Exactly. Which I'm glad you brought that up because in chatting about this with my millennial moms, my one millennial mom last night said she feels one of the biggest differences today is all the social media, the influencers. She said, you can't imagine the amount of stress we have today in raising our kids because of things like influencers and their beautiful, perfect little families and their beautiful, perfect little matched outfits. And she said Pinterest, which I didn't think about. I forget Pinterest is even still around.
Yes.
But she said it's got all the perfect crafts to do with your kids, all the cute little outfits, all of this. She feels like she is on an overload of how to be the perfect mom and seeing the perfect families all the time.
Oh, I hope she isn't.
I know, but
I
hope that was interesting.
No.
But like you said with Facebook, there was no documentation. It was just, we raised our kids in our little houses. They went to the neighbors. We didn't have photographs. We didn't have influencers holding up their beautiful, perfect family.
I suppose in some ways, you've really got me thinking, but I suppose in some ways, we were all more, have we used this word already, regimented? I mean, you dyed Easter eggs at Easter. That was the craft project we all did.
Yes.
That's what you did.
Right.
You dyed Easter eggs.
I didn't do it this year. Yes, you're right.
At Christmas, you made
strung popcorn.
Or Christmas cookies, or depending on your talent, maybe. But for the most part, if you had the kids putting frosting and sprinkles, that was the craft activity for Halloween. You just...
Whatever, you put on a costume. You bought a
costume.
That
you were put on a pillowcase and you were a ghost. Or... Okay.
So I think there's more pressure today. I really do.
Oh, I hope not. I really hope that's not the case. No. Don't get sucked into that. Please. No.
So, all right. Now, reprimanding.
Reprimanding.
This has changed quite a bit, and then I'll quickly tell you the things that are the same.
Okay.
In our day, apparently we tried a lot of things. We had the arsenal. A lot. Some of us still spanked our kids. Mm-hmm. Some of us had a wooden spoon lurking around just in case.
Right.
The threat of a wooden spoon. We were kind of the generation that started in the corner or started timeout. We tried a lot of different things.
Do you think so? That's why I have trouble remembering. I probably just yelled at him and then we went on to something else.
We yelled at him too, but I feel like we did a lot. All right. Apparently today, I guess timeout isn't even really considered the way to do it.
I never really liked timeout, no.
Here is today's version of parenting.
All right.
You have to remove the problem, discuss it, and resolve it. And I was like, well, how? So
right. What does that mean?
If a child is banging a car on the table and won't stop.
Oh, that's a good example.
Right. You could just yell at them.
please stop.
Right.
I said stop.
Right. You're in the corner, whatever. Then she said, you take the car away. That's the problem. You discuss it why you took the car away. And then you tell them, and I can't imagine taking the time and having the patience to do this.
Oh, you've lost me.
You tell them it's okay to feel sad or mad that your car was taken away, but this is why. But it's always important to say, it's okay to feel mad. It's okay to feel frustrated. It's okay to be sad. And honest to gosh, this will be interesting to see how parents keep up with this.
Wow.
Versus just like, oh my gosh, I've been blah, blah, blah.
I told you a million times.
Right. So which style is better? Don't know. Time will tell. But we love them all.
Similarities, real quick. This ended up being a great topic. We have about 30 seconds.
All right. Well, we love our moms. Number one similarity is no matter what, we all give our kids praise, moms throughout the generations.
Yes.
Mom's secret weapon, probably from the days of Moses on up, is we give them the eye. The eye.
Yeah. Some are better than others, but the eye.
That secret,
the death glare.
The death glare dagger eye is throughout generation. Number three, we are just so supportive and we try to encourage our kids for life.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Right. We do. And that's the fun, wonderful part of being a mom. So happy Mother's Day to all our moms. I can't believe we're at the end of our segment.
Happy Mother's Day.
I know.
Happy Mother's Day to us.
Yes, you've been a wonderful mom. And we do just love it. Just love it, moms out there. It's the best thing.
And it really does go fast.
It does.
Really does go fast. So we love you. And Laura, have a great week and happy Mother's Day.
Yes, to you too.
And thanks, Pat.
Thank you, Pat. And you know where we are on social media, so we'll just let that go.
We're on Twitter and Facebook. I think you can.
You'll find us.
Okay, something about okboomerpod.com.
Yeah, with
rings a
underscores
bell.
here and there. Sure. You'll find us.
okboomerpod.com. And we'll be back soon.
We will
Love
be
you.
back feeling normal. Toodaloo.
Be sure to come back to beautiful Ohio and the OK Boomer podcast. To listen to previous episodes or to drop us a line, visit okboomerpod.com.